Good afternoon, Coach. Welcome to HSBN Media Days. Good to see you.
Good afternoon. Nice to see you guys.
So, Coach, introduce yourself and who you have here today.
My name is Mendoza. I'm the head coach here at Miami Sunset. This is year 3 for me. To my left is senior captain AJ Garcia. Far right, Jonathan Diamond, senior captain as well. This is senior Miguel Gonzalez, the heartbeat of the team. And behind me, actually, before I introduce them, we usually have 4 captains every year. These are the first 2 captains we named. The team has already voted. I was waiting to be here to say it in front of everyone, but these 2 are, this is sophomore captain Ranger Roca, and that's junior captain John Rivera, better known as Chino Rivera.
Well, that is a very nice achievement there for you guys. That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Coach. Congrats, guys. So, Coach, the team went to states last year, a massively historic accomplishment. Share what that was like and what it's done for the program since.
So it was an amazing experience for me personally, and for the program. I think I speak for everyone when I say it was just amazing. It's been, I don't know what, 7-8 months, and it still feels like, we kind of haven't gotten off that cloud yet. I think once we start this season and the games start rolling, we'll kind of lock in more and we'll realize that that was last year, but it was an amazing experience, something that, I can win 10 state championships, and I will never forget that experience.
What about for your players here? You were just talking about what a great coach he is, the play for, coach of the year. What are the players? Tell me.
He's just really fun to be around, and he makes practice fun, and we just all enjoy it and have a great time when he's coaching us.
And he's been in this program for 3 years and to have that accomplishment. You guys want to talk about what that's like?
I think he's the best coach that's ever coached me. I think he's changed my life completely.
How has he changed your life?
I don't think I'd be anywhere near the baseball player I am without him.
That's incredible.
I didn't pay him to say that, I swear. Those are beautiful words. Thank you.
Yeah, together as a Knights program last season, biggest turnaround in state history in high school baseball. So you all know how important Coach Mendoza works to create team chemistry. So Coach, can you talk about this 24 Knights team? Can you talk a little bit about their makeup and their chemistry that's going to go into bringing you back to the state Final Four?
So I think they can actually elaborate on it a little bit more when I'm done, but it's been very easy. They're great kids, amazing parents, so they've meshed well from the minute I discovered them. But a lot of them have known each other since they were kids. They've been playing. They always send me pictures. The parents always send me pictures of them when they were 7, 8 years old together. And then now that they're seniors, they're, the before, not the before and afters, but the, before and the nows of, them being much older. I think we owe a lot of credit to the seniors from last year who helped really establish the culture that we have at Sunset now. And we preach it all the time. We say elite teams have elite teammates, and we really believe here that, we put character first. That comes before absolutely anything. So, when you do that, you have a room filled with good kids. Hopefully they end up being good baseball players because you want to win baseball games. But more importantly than anything, it's a room filled with good kids, and that makes my job easier. The chemistry's there. These kids have known each other since they were much younger, as the seniors. And then you have the younger group, and I don't know how it happened, but it's the same thing. Those kids have pictures from when they were 6'5", playing together, and they've known each other since they started playing baseball. So it makes the chemistry part much easier.
I mean, I think we have the best chemistry, possibly in the country. If you were to be at one of our practices, we act like a family. Off the field, every weekend we're fishing, we're together. No matter what, it's not even like a baseball thing. We're a family.
Like you said, elite teams have elite teammates. Every day for practice, he sends that text out. We see that every day, and we spend time together. All the ups and downs of last year, we've just really good bond.
That's excellent. Well, that sounds great, and it makes it great,
Yeah.
to come together on the team there. So, Coach, you're returning 14 and also welcome some qualified transfers. Can you discuss the depth and what positions your strongest, any competition for playing time? So,
coming into the program, this being year 3, we just want to continue to build and get better as a program every single year. And I think, up to now we've done that. I think this year we're better than last year in many aspects, including the depth. Year 1, it was tough. A lot of kids didn't have their own equipment. It was just a lot of new baseball players. Year 2, last year, obviously a good, talented team, but very thin. They didn't have a lot of depth. This year, just as talented, if not more, thanks to the seniors from last year to help develop these guys. But a lot of depth. We have a much better, a much more competitive JV. We have guys on the bench that can contribute. You know, it's not as much as a worry if a guy is a little sore and can't play today. We have guys that are coming off the bench. There's a lot of competition, and that's the good thing. It's helped them grow all year this year to, you know, get better and earn a starting spot and earn their playing time. But there's depth everywhere. You know, we have a very good infield, and the entire infield is returning from last year. Outfield was a little thin, but the good thing is that our returners and the new guys, we're just filled with athletic baseball players that can just play wherever you put them. You know, so I think maybe they can elaborate a little bit better. But I can even tell you, like, in the infield, very deep. Ranger here was our starting third baseman last year. Saw that it would probably be better for the team if he was in the outfield because the infield is strong. You know, he probably would have been the starting third baseman this year. You know, he earned it. He's going to be in the outfield this year. So that's the kind of program we have, the kind of team we have, and the kind of the ability and the depth that we have that we can, you know, we can do things like that. You know.
And to go back on the chemistry, like, we have guys that are competing for a spot, and I feel like on a normal baseball team, like, those kids would, like, clash, like, they bump heads. But I mean, in our program, like, two kids can be competing for a spot, and they can still be, like, best friends. Like, you can't even, like, if you saw them off the field, you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Like you said, that we all just trying to compete for a spot. We don't care about what the other person's doing. We try to worry about what we can do to help the team get better as a whole, more than get better individually.
Yeah.
Everyone's for the team. Like,
100%. There's competition, but there's such a sense of selflessness where, again, Ranger, you know, moving to the outfield because it's what's best for the team. Anthony Gonzalez, he was splitting time at first base with AJ last year, and he was all around the infield. It's what's best for the team. He's the first one raising his hand and saying, "Coach, I think, you know, I can play outfield," just because he sees that he thinks that's what's best for the program. So just very easy to coach a team like that, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Coach, let's talk about schedule. Very strong competition going on this year. I mean, you start playing off your South Dade at Lone Depot Park. You're going to be playing at Major League Baseball Stadium, and then you just got one after the other. It's a challenging. Tell us about that.
It's a tough schedule. It's very challenging. You know, we're going to go out there and we're going to focus on the things that we can control. The goal, just like last year, is to continue to get better and be prepared for the games that count. You know, the ones where if you lose, the season's over. So it's a tough schedule. I think it's going to help us prepare best for May baseball.
Coach, opening up against Coral Gables on Tuesday night, the 20th, what type of approach will you take? Do you emphasize defense, pitching? You know, what is your main strength as a coach as you gel this team together? Because it's apparent that everyone understands their roles real well on this team. They're a well-educated baseball team.
So the good thing is, again, a lot of returners on the defensive end, including the entire infield for the most part, right? So defensively, I feel that we're very strong. You know, the kids know what they're doing. You know, it's year 2 for them. Some of them year 3 in the program. They're talented to begin with, so they have a good feel for what we're trying to do on defense. I think our strength is offense. The pitching is good this year. It's better than it was last year, but I think we hit and we run fast. You know, if you look at the stats last year, we were able to earn, you know, being at the very top of pretty much every hitting category. And a lot of those guys are returning. We have 7 guys that were in that starting lineup that are just a year older, a year better, a year smarter, and more prepared. So I think our strength is definitely offensively and just a more experienced ball club. You know, I think last year going into the first game, it was a lot of jitters. You know, there's always going to be jitters. There's always going to be a little nervous, but you know, once you get on a charter bus and you go play in Fort Myers and you play in front of 2,000 people in Key West, you're able to calm down a little bit more for a regular season game.
And Coach, you come out here to the media days with your team. Why is it important for them to participate?
Oh, well, first of all, I love HSBN, right? So when I started coaching high school baseball, my very first year at Miami Jackson was HSBN's first year. It's like we started at the same time. And shout out to Rick, like I did last year. He was there pretty much the entire way, my first year. So I've always had a good relationship with HSBN. I think what you guys are doing, it's amazing. It's a great platform, and there's no one else that does what you guys do. So the kids love coming out to this. They love the interview part of it. They love going out there and showcasing their ability. And I just think it's a good platform to give some exposure and some experience, to this aspect of what it is to be a student athlete. Not everyone gets to experience this at the high school level. The whole 9 yards, the whole showcase part of it, the pull downs, the exit velo, all the different things that they get to do here today. And it's another time. I mean, I think they spend too much time together off the field, but it's another opportunity to just be together and do something together as a team.
And I love your guys' articles, by the way, that you guys write. Those are amazing to read. I think.
Well, thank you, and thanks again to you guys. I mean, going to your your pages and getting your stats up there, and it's all part of the process and the recruiting and everything like that, and highlighting how great of a job you guys do on the field. So Coach, tell us, sum it up. What can we expect from your ball club this season?
It's a team with the same makeup as last year. It's not a team where you look at the roster and there's 4 Power 5 commits and several guys throwing 90, but it's a team that does a lot of little things right. So when it counts, we're able to compete with those teams. We're hoping to make a run again. It sounds a little corny, but at the end of the day, we want to get to Fort Myers, and I think once you've proven that you can do that, I think it's not as corny to say that that's what we're trying to do every year now. So I think we have what it takes to do it again and continue to build. And every year it'll be a little easier to get there because every year we'll get better and better and better. So I think the goal this year is very similar to last year. The goal is 5. We're going to start counting when we get to regionals, though.
Excellent. Well, Coach, thank you so much for being here. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys on the field soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.